Author unknown. The psalm is the companion to Psalm 111. So let me explain this. Psalm 111 focuses on God's character. Then Psalm 112, this one, shows how the character is reflected in a person who fears God. The theme here, a life rooted in reverence for God produces stability, generosity, and lasting impact. Okay. Blessed are those who fear the Lord. This means reverence, respect, and alignment with God. The delight is in His commands, okay? They delight in His commands. A strong life begins with reverence for God, okay? Then their children will be mighty in the land. The upright are blessed across generations. Their lives are marked by prosperity and enduring righteousness. A righteous life creates ripple effects beyond itself, okay? Then, even in darkness, light dawns for the upright. The righteous are described as gracious, compassionate, righteous. They deal generously and lend freely. Character shows most clearly in difficult times, okay? Then they will never be shaken. Why? Because they trust in the Lord. Their hearts are steady and they do not fear bad news. Their confidence is rooted in God, not circumstances. Trusting God creates emotional stability, okay? They have freely scattered their gifts to the poor. Their righteousness endures. Their influence is lasting. Generosity extends the impact of a righteous life. Then the weak see this and are frustrated. They yeah, they gnash their teeth and fade away. Their desires come to nothing. Okay, weakness cannot sustain itself long term, right? What are the key lessons from Psalm 112? Let's see. First lesson is reverence for God leads to a blessed life. Second lesson, righteousness impacts future generation, okay? Third lesson, let's see the third lesson over here. Character shines in difficult moments. Fourth lesson, trusting God removes fear of bad news. Fifth lesson, generosity multiplies influence. And final lesson, the weak ultimately lose stability and purpose. Okay, summarizing this chapter, let's recap here. Psalm 112 describes the life of a person who fears the Lord and delights in His commands. Such a person experiences stability, influence, and blessing that extend across generation. Even in difficult circumstances, they remain steady and unafraid because their trust is rooted in God. Their generosity toward others reflects their character and creates lasting impact. In contrast, the weak are frustrated and ultimately fade away. The psalm teaches that reverence for God produces a strong, stable, and meaningful life. If you enjoyed this chapter, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.